Honey, we is here with another T video. And girl, there's so much to talk about. I have to do a blast from the past tea video. It's gonna be the next video. This week's video, this what y'all seeing right now, is current day hot tea where I like, girl, I gotta get to this. I can't wait till next week. I gotta talk about this right now. It is so much going on. Y'all see the people behind me. Y'all done seen the thumbnail. Y'all see the title. So y'all know we got a lot to talk about. So we're gonna run the intro and get directly on into today's video. Alright, so before I get into today's video, I do want to say thank you guys for bearing with me over this last like 6-month period because Auntie has been taking her time with the uploads. I've been taking my time, but we have members that are still been members for about 2-3 years now. I love y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know I love y'all deep. Shout out to all the people that come and support me every week when I do come and drop my content however I want to. It's just been a lot going on and I can't wait to talk to you guys about what's been going on, but we still fighting through the battle. But we're here to talk about everybody else's business and not mine. So we're gonna jump directly into the tea. Now the first thing I want to talk about is Cardi B. Now Cardi B has her new single out when I pop outside and then drop out. Out on the pop outside, cause it's hot out, you was playing games. And I live for the lyrics. Live for the lyrics. The beat is giving Old Testament. It's giving, 2018 scrap. It's giving Invasion of Privacy scrap. I don't know, but I love the lyrics. I love the lyrics. I love the flow. I love the cadence. But the beat, listening to it, even with the changes of the beat near the end of the song, it still gives like, we done had this beat in the file for a while. I live for Cardi B, but she dropped her single last week, and a couple days after she announced her album. Now the album is titled Am I the Drama? Two black birds singing in the day of the night. We have Cardi B. She looks amazing. I absolutely love this album cover. All 22 songs, yes, I said 22 songs, are labeled explicit on Apple Music. So girl, she got some shit laid off her chest, honey, and I can't wait to hear it. The wait has been excruciating long. Like 7-8 years is absolutely crazy. Who the fuck are you, Lauren London? No, not Lauren London. What's up, baby name? Lauren Hill. So I've been extremely frustrated with the Cardi B waiting on this album, but we have a solidified date, September the 19th. Now she has said she's gonna put, I think she said WAP for sure and Up. Now with WAP and Up being put on the album, it automatically makes the album, I think, 2 times diamond or gold. People are outraged on Twitter. People are outraged on TikTok. I don't know why y'all give a fuck. Genuinely don't know. There's not even much of a conversation I can have here because what are y'all talking about?
What else is going on?
Y'all need some gum? Y'all mouth ain't tired? Talk about the same thing. Like, baby, y'all do this with everybody. Everybody that put a single on their album, oh my gosh, she's trying to do it. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I get some hits. Yeah, the fuck I'm trying to make sure that I'm up there in the charts. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I get my recognition. Hell the fuck yeah, I am. Now what? Now I'm very excited to hear Cardi B's album. Of course, you guys will hear me in September screaming or either booing, but I'm excited for Cardi B any which way. Now this next topic is a very eerie subject, okay? Some people live, some people don't. I'm stuck in the middle. AI has been something I've been scared of for forever. I don't interact with the Meta on Facebook or Instagram. I don't interact with the AI on Snapchat. I don't put my pictures in to see what my baby look like. I don't do any AI. That's not my lifestyle.
I don't know nothing about that lifestyle. Whatever y'all got going on, because that's not me.
AI is not my lifestyle. Now, what I do is nasty cunty ghetto reads. So I have been pulled into this AI saga on TikTok where they have different situations where old people are out on the patio talking shit.
These young hoes be tired after one round.
Yeah.
I had a man, a job, and a yeast infection and still made dinner from scratch.
People are coming to the restaurants talking shit.
Where the fuck are my Big Macs?
Your Big Mac is coming, you fucking pig. Oink, oink.
And me, I live for a good talking shit moment. So I unfortunately stop every time I see one of those videos.
I got 5 kids and 6 baby daddies. Figure that shit out. And she said he was just buying me lunch, and then I left with a limp.
I have begun to repost them, and I'm like, I have to rebel. I have to object. I have to stand up. I have to stand up because this is getting out of hands. Anybody worry about their health? We got to focus on our future, y'all. We cannot be uploading images because the way that these TikTok video AIs are so like 4K, looks like a bitch from up the street. These bitches bitches look like influencers we know.
Hey, step 1, don't be dumb like me and glue your eyeballs shut. Use the damn mirror.
Y'all all L, look at me.
It is crazy that AI has so much attention to detail where they are being able to recreate videos and put them on social media and they look exactly like us, dead ass. And then they're talking shit exactly like us, like Lord Almighty. So this is, girl, we gotta stand up. We gotta figure this out. Like I say, I'm torn. I'm torn in between the two, cause I really wanna be with you. I am absolutely scared on one side of the fence, but on the other side of the fence, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is comedy.
Why do you want this job?
Because y'all hiring and I need the money. What type of dumbass question is that?
But I gotta get myself together, okay? Because this is absolutely crazy. We gotta stand up. We cannot be doing this. AI is, yeah, it's entertaining for some certain bids to see how, like I said, how you may look when you get older, how your kids may look when they come out, or even these funny entertaining videos that are on TikTok. But it's gonna get to a certain point where AI is getting out of hand and destroying humans.
Oh.
But AI is gonna be destroying these humans and taking jobs at least. So we gotta rebel, girl. We gotta stir up. We gotta stand up against AI. Tyler Perry is being sued for $250 million. This little white bastard ain't getting 250 pesos, bitch. This nigga ain't getting 250 pennies. This nigga ain't getting $250. This nigga ain't getting 250 Mario coins. This nigga ain't getting $250. This is straight extortion to our boy Tyler Perry. Now, of course, you know, people have been wondering, what's Tyler Perry's sexuality? I don't know why. People wondering. We know. He ain't got to explain us. We know what he is, you know. And it's completely fine. I stand with Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry's a fine man. Girl, when he be up in that gym, when I click through on the Instagram, he be in that gym, I be like, oh, I live with Tyler Perry. He is so fine. But any which way, the girls, we knew he was gay, okay? We knew he was gay, bisexual, whatever, fluid. Now, with this white man going and suing Tyler Perry for $250 million, he included text messages between him and Tyler Perry where Tyler Perry was saying some questionable things, and I want to say the little white boy was going along with it. There's one incident in his text messages where Tyler Perry sends a selfie, honey, or not even a selfie, he sends a full body pic. A full body pic, bitch. He's out in the water on his jet ski having a blast. And the white boy responds, cool pic or something like that. And Tyler Perry said, cool pic, you don't see no goddamn dyke over here.
I walk around like that bitch. I'm that bitch.
He said, you don't see no goddamn dyke over here, bitch. Ain't no cool pic. That nigga said, ain't no cool dog. This is a fine bitch. He's Lulu on my ass, bitch. He said, bitch, you better recognize. Bitch, you better recognize. He said, you better recognize. Now, one of the text messages that were listed in this lawsuit, Tyler Perry was drunk, okay? Tyler Perry was drunk, girl. He was off that Taylor Port. And he was trying to, you know, get a little something out of the white man. And the white man was backing back a bit. He was like, nah, you know, I ain't really into that. I ain't gonna give that up. So Tyler Perry was like, all right, well, I'll text, you know, one of the other 600 contacts in my phone. I know that's right, sister. So fast forward to this white man going over to Tyler Perry's home and staying the night. Tyler Perry ends up coming into the room where the white boy is and, you know, checking on. The white boy gets out of bed. He's like, you know, I'm cool. Now, when the white boy gets out of bed, honey, he got his t-shirt and his panties on. Or he got his t-shirt and his panties on. He got his t-shirt and his panties on, and Tyler Perry is looking gagged, and he, you know, allegedly gropes the white boy. He grabs the white boy and he said, give me some of that ass.
Look, man, all bullshit aside, can I please just have some ass?
White boy listed all this information in the lawsuit and says he wants $250 million. Now, I have, you know, reviewed this comedically and I've done some jokes here and there, but grabbing somebody's ass is totally unacceptable. It's something that you shouldn't do as somebody, employer, friend, acquaintance, stranger, whatever the fuck you want to throw on it. It's something that you should not do. I totally understand that. But once Tyler Perry was notified that you wasn't going that way, he ain't pulling no dick out, he ain't throwing no dick in you, he ain't do none of that. It wasn't no sex aid, it wasn't no sexual assault case, none of that. So you thinking you finna get $250 million for the little ass growth is absolutely crazy. Your pussy ain't even worth $250 million. Beyonce's pussy ain't worth $250 million. I don't know whose pussy is worth $250 million. But I can tell you, your white ass, I got 5 on it. I got 5.
Wait a damn minute.
That's the most I can give a white nigga. I got 5 at the most, and that's at the most. I really want to give you 2. $1. You're absolutely crazy. To throw a ridiculous price tag of $250 million on a situation like this gives extortion, dead ass. You have a valid case. You were groped for sure, okay? I don't know, allegedly, you know, you saying, you know, he grabbed your ass. That's what you said, okay? So you have a case with that, for sure. But to think that you finna get $250 million, if I was the judge, I would laugh in your face, outside of the courtroom, to my car, down the driveway, to my motherfucking house, I would key. You ain't get no money like that. I would get you $150 and send your ass home, for real. I feel like this is more of an extortion case, honestly. It gives, you don't even give a fuck about being groped, you give a fuck about the money. I'm leaving here for something. And you're gonna fuck around and leave here with nothing. You're gonna fuck around and leave with nothing, bitch. Nothing, not a goddamn dollar. Now, another big situation surrounding Tyler Perry, okay, is Christian Keys. Christian Keys is one of the creators, well, actually the original creator of the book and TV show All Queens Men. And he's been having back and forth situations with BET Plus and also Tyler Perry over the last like 2 years, girl. They have been fighting, honey. Now, he ends up getting X'd out of his show. He was the writer, director. He was Tyler Perry of the show, okay? He had every exclusive right. But once BET ended up getting like bought by Tyler Perry, there was some type of confusion where All Queens Men moved over to Tyler Perry's production team. Now, Christian Keys has been coming out against BET Plus, and he hasn't really stated that it was directly Tyler Perry, but girl, we knew Auntie, we know who the fuck you're talking about. And you know, Auntie has been throwing shade and stuff like that. Now, he recently got on his Instagram to say that he's going to be doing a prequel and a sequel to All Queens Men, which brings me to conclusion he may be wrapping it up within the next season. But he says he's going to be doing a prequel and a sequel to All Queens Men very soon, but on a very different streaming app. He said that he hates that he doesn't find out when the show is going to be released until the rest of the audience finds out. He finds out on Instagram like the rest of us, and there are certain things that, you know, he doesn't agree with how the show is being ran.
I will say, in transparency, it is disappointing to continuously find out that your show is coming back on the internet instead of finding out from the network. And I've mentioned that in previous seasons, and it's still happening. Or to see the trailer online and have to go search for the trailer so I can try to download the trailer for the hit show that I created for this studio and this network, instead of getting it, you know, getting it sent when everybody else is getting theirs. It does feel dismissive and disrespectful when it continues to happen and you've addressed it and it still happens. So at this point, I do not believe that the prequel series that I've written and the spinoff show, any prequel or sequels, I do not believe I'll be doing them with BET.
I want to say this. I absolutely feel bad for him, of course. But him being in the industry, as long as he's been in the industry, the paperwork should have been right and tight. And there's no way that as long as his fine ass, because he's fine, okay, been in the industry, that I would join a network like BET. I don't give a fuck if it was BET Her, BET Plus. I don't give a fuck what was attached to the BET. My paperwork would be aligned. My paperwork would be aligned and divine, and I'll be eating so goddamn good, it wouldn't make no fucking sense, realistically. And I'm not, you know, pushing a finger at him, but there's no way that somebody would have been able to push me out of a show that I wrote a book based around. There's no fucking way. I would know everything down to who's bringing the coffee on set. So, you know, I wish him best in his adventures. I absolutely love the All Queens Men. I'm actually friends with a couple of the cast members on the show. So I love the All Queens Men. I review the show, honey, when I get a chance to. It's coming back next month, at the end of next month. I'm probably doing a review for that. If y'all are interested, let me know. I love the show, love the creator. It's interesting in seeing what he's gonna do next. I will be watching the saga, but we'll also be watching the lawsuit. We'll also be watching that saga as well. My girl Beyonce. Are you happy to be in Houston? She said, hell the fuck no.
Hell no.
Beyonce was in Houston last night. Absolutely loved the show, adored it, all right. I absorbed the Houston energy. It was amazing, okay? But we ain't here to talk about that, okay? We here to talk about the shenanigans at the end of the goddamn show. 16 carriages. Now, Beyonce has been very elaborate throughout her whole touring industry life. Like, every tour is very elaborate, okay? But over the last 2 tours, okay, the Renaissance and the Cowboy Carter, she said, you know, I want to fly. She said she want to be up in the air. So she's been up in the air flying around, and she's been on these elaborate props, and I've absolutely loved it. I loved everything she brought on to the first tour, and I love everything that she's bringing on to this Cowboy Carter tour.
16 carriages driving away while I watch them ride with my fears away.
Because her flying over the audience and connecting with the people like that is very cunt, okay? But looking very closely at the situation, we clearly have a motherfucking malfunction.
You're looking very carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction.
Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop.
Beyonce not only get stuck during 16 carriages in this flying car, she is tilted and being saved by one, the grace of God, and two, the belt attached to the damn flag she's holding on for dear life. And watching it and looking at her face and her connecting to the camera, looking dead in the camera's eye like this, and trying to tell y'all, help me! Help me!
You should know that I need you by the look on my face. This is not a test. Help me. Help me. Nigga.
Her pleading helped me through her eyes while singing 16 carriages. It was so crazy. I seen a tweet on Twitter where it was like, this literally shows how crazy my parasocial relationship with Beyonce is. It really did. Because I was angry, I was sad, and I was like, oh my God. And she was breathing so hard. She moved that mic, I would move it too. Because I can't even, I want to hear myself in these ear monitors breathing like that. I would scare my own motherfucking self.
Stop, 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 stop. Stop.
Her band started playing the organ. Susie, play that horn now, baby. They stopped playing the organ. I said, oh my goodness. It took them at least 2.5 minutes to get her down. And I was like, whoa. I was trembling for her. You would have thought I was up there with her for real. I was like, damn. She stormed through the crowd. She got her ass back on the stage. She was singing. She was trembling while she was singing. I was like, oh Lord, my girl, Jesus. She said, if I was to fall, you know, you'll catch me. Hell yeah. Bitch, I'm breaking my arm. I know you got that money.
I need that money.
I know you're gonna pay me good. I catch a bitch like you, girl. I hit the switch in this motherfucker. But, you know, Beyonce handled like a pro, honey. She handled like a pro. Parkwood put out a statement on their Instagram. And then they also, well, Beyonce posted a picture of her in this car slanted, honey. But I know she cussing bitches out. I know they was up in that stadium from 9 p.m. that night to about 11 this morning. Mama Tina was marching through the goddamn audience. She was heated. I understand this was very dangerous. It was dangerous for not only Beyonce, it was dangerous for the audience members that was under. And I was just like, whoa. Now, Jay Cinco, child, is going viral because he had an interaction in Paris, and I guess he wasn't too happy to be in Paris, honey, because he got the fucking fired with this stranger that was demanding that him and India Love, I think, take pictures. And he was like, girl, we ain't taking no pictures, bitch. We ain't doing no pictures. We ain't doing no pictures, bitch. And he ends up getting into an altercation with the paparazzi man. Now, I do want to say, Jay Cinco got his ass towed. I'm sorry.
Whoa, you need to relax. Okay. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Bro, please. Oh my God, can you fucking please? Man, watch out, nigga. Please. Watch out. Oh my God.
Now, of course, we have a whole bunch of narratives saying, you know, oh, he didn't want to get arrested and this, that, and the other. Girl, when I say bitches is going, bitches is going. Okay, bitch.
Just like how I say, bitches gotta go, bitches is leaving.
If somebody attacks me, I'm gonna fight them. I'm dead. Like, we both going to jail. We in this, and I got money to get out of this. He got money to get out of this. I don't want to talk too bad about my man because I live for him, but we had to talk about it, and we couldn't ignore it. Anyways, we're gonna move on to my finances. Where the fuck did she say she had to leave? Let me pull up, because I don't even know where she was at. That's how broke I am.
Just my finances. The budgeting, you see how I am. Nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
We have to go to H&M.
Like,
I love B. Simone. She is a comedian up and through everything she does. Wilding out, podcasting, stand-up comedy. I seen her live stand-up when she came to Memphis with Martin Lawrence. Amazing. She's amazing stand-up. I live for B. Simone. Her saying that she had to leave Bloomingdale's and go to H&M, and her being emotionally choked up about it is actually pure comedy.
Just my finances. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
I stand. I absolutely stand. When I watched it a week and a half ago, and she had that episode with her best friend Shekinah, there was so much said in that podcast. It was only 54 minutes. I was like, Jesus have mercy. If the internet gets a hold of this. I text my friend Amanda. I said, girl, you gotta go watch that podcast. Go watch. I said, if the internet gets a hold of this, it is going the fuck down. There was plethora, is that the word? There was plethora of situations. Not only the Bloomingdale to H&M situation, there was a situation where she was talking to Shekinah, and Shekinah had some great, amazing news, and she called B. Simone as her best friend, like, girl, look here, I got this gig, I got this job. And B. Simone was like, okay. Alright. And B Simone hung up, and then she called back and said, you know, that was rude as fuck. God damn it, I'm sorry.
Recently, I have this opportunity, and I called you, and I told you about it. And you were just like, okay. And you called me back.
I called her right back, y'all. I was
And
so
you were
convicted.
like-
I was so convicted.
You were like, I didn't like how I felt when you told me that. And I was like, what do you mean? You were like, I don't know what it is. I'm talking this out in real time. But whatever it is, I don't like what I felt. And I said, did you feel jealous?
I was like, girl, that's kind of crazy. I love B Simone. Me and B Simone have had private chats. Girl, I live for B Simone. She knows I live for her. But I was like, oh, girl, that's kind of crazy. Also, there was a clip that is now going viral where Shekinah was opening up to B Simone and saying, you know, I've watched you gave checks to this person, and that person, and pay for this, and that. When I was going through my experience, and I was homeless, and I was in the food stamp line, and I got evicted, and I was getting my car repossessed, you didn't offer a thing to me. But Shekinah says, you know, I am fine with that. I understand that. You know, God taught me a lesson of growth and
I done gave people money. I done bought houses. I done paid for divorces.
Now think about how I feel as your friend. Being a best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, when I tell you, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom, all this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like, I love him. That's my soul. And I can't nobody didn't give me a handout. But guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid. Because whatever I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend, somebody who has it, it's hard to digest.
I understand America's outrage, and I also understand Shekinah's thought. Because me working with influencers and being close friends and close nets with influencers, and me going through my struggle of life and trying to figure things out. I'm 23 years old now, and I've, you know, had good days, I've had horrible days, I've had bad days, I've had some interesting days, and I've also connected myself with high influence people, high known people, people with a mass following, people with, you know, checks on checks on checks. So sometimes people look at me and question, like, girl, how the fuck do you know that bitch? You on FaceTime with this bitch and you talking to that bitch and you going through this shit. And I'm like, you know, it's not everybody's responsibility. It's not everybody's responsibility. Yes, I may be in certain rooms and certain doors, but just because I have a, you know, a connect and I have a number where I can talk and I can text with this person, it doesn't mean that, you know, if I'm going through a hard time, they are to supply me my every need. Now, we can speak being directly close with somebody, a best friend. That's another situation, because I've also experienced that too, where I had a very, very, very close friend who had a mass following and had a nice check, okay? And I was going through absolutely crazy shit. I was homeless. And I was also working for her at the time. And how would you be working for somebody that makes a buckload of money and be homeless? It happens. And with that situation, I can say, that motherfucker, that motherfucker was playing in my face. There's no reason that I should have been going through a homelessness. There's no reason that I should have not been able to provide for myself and pay for food and whatever the fuck I needed if you were, one, my best friend, and also two, my employer. So, like I said, I understand both sides of the fence with the situation between B Simone and Shekinah, honey. Her finances, everybody's finances. Jesus. Finances. Lord almighty. I understand. Bitches is going the fuck through it. Any which way, we're gonna move on to Doechii. Now, Doechii had a situation back during the Met Gala, okay, where she got off the elevator and there was no curtain, no umbrella, and she laid everybody the fuck out, okay? She laid everybody the fuck out. But she would have been laying my ass the fuck out, because I would have been cussing her ass the fuck out, and we would have had a who can get the most viral video, okay? It would have been viral for viral in that bitch. We would have been battling on Twitter for who had the highest motherfucking tweets and hashtags and everything else, because I would have laid her ass the fuck out.
Give me another go. Stop. Give me another umbrella now. Another one right there. And another one. Need another one.
Fast forward to her doing this recent performance, she used that same moment to do her alter ego song with JT.
I don't want Glastonbury to fucking see me. I need another fucking umbrella now. And another one now.
Unfazed, unbothered, unfuckwittable bitch, why bother?
I don't really care too much for Doechie's music, but I absolutely live for that dig. That was so creative. Take the narrative and run. There's certain times where people do shit and they wholeheartedly believe what they're doing is correct and right, and then they will come and give us a half-ass PR reading the teleprompter ass apology, okay? And I'd be like, bitch, nah, I really don't like you because you fake as fuck, okay? You weird as a motherfucker. I can live for a bitch and have a disagreements and opinions, or feel like, hey, you could have said that better, or ho, you could have did that better, but you ate. You still ate though. And that's how I feel with Doechii. But the people are outraged, honey, and I live for it. I absolutely live for it. Now, the last and final topic that I have for you guys is Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has been on hiatus ever since she's got off Pink Friday 2 tour. And there's been a question of, you know, is she creating a new album? Is she making new babies? What the fuck is she doing? Now, she's came and deaded, you know, the baby making situation. She came out to Met Gala with her waist on thin and she said, look here, bitch, ain't no baby in this bitch. Ain't nothing. We ain't doing that. So she cleared that up. Now, she's come in and out of her hiatus to do TikTok lives with random Jamaican people, which, you know, stan her. Shout out to her. Trinidad this, Jamaican that, Jamaica this, you know, that. I want to talk about the music element. She's also came out of hiatus, I think maybe twice, to do some features for people, and she recently did one with Lil Wayne. Now, it was really cute. From a scale of 1 to 10, I rated a 6 or a 7. I don't have too much shit to talking about, you know, the actual song. I do want to say this. The issue that she has with Jay-Z, absolutely crazy. She sounds like Tory the fuck Lanez. She sounds like actually Tory Lanez daddy. Rock Nation is, Rock Nation dad, God almighty, Rock Nation is, yeah. She sounds fucking crazy. And maybe, I don't know the deep rooted issues. I know that, you know, she signed over with Tidal and she said she was only offered $1 million for the people that was joining and streaming her music, which is, I do want to say, it's absolutely crazy because Nicki Minaj is worth more than $1 million. And she was on a streaming app for a plethora of years. Once the app completes and they only offer her $1 million, it's like, girl, what the fuck was going on there? I do side with her with that, but maybe there needs to be some more explaining on why she's dogpiling on Rock Nation and Jay-Z exclusively. She recently said in the song with Lil Wayne, you know, if the Super Bowl wants the big three, they gotta fire some niggas. I don't think they want the big three. They was actually in your, you know, your nigga hometown last year or this year, and they didn't call them. So I don't think they want the big three. But, you know, I may be wrong. I'm really interested to see how this develops because, you know, Beyonce doesn't play by her man, honey, and people are wondering, you know, how is the relationship between Nicki Minaj and Beyonce? And ever since that has become a big trending topic on social media. So I'm really interested to see how this is gonna play out. But I love you guys so much. Make sure you guys like this video. Definitely if you stay all the way here because you know you enjoyed it, bitch. If you stay all the way to the end of this video, like the damn video. Anyways, I'll see y'all very soon. Be blessed, be safe, and thank you for watching.
Fuck yeah. Wanna shake that ass and do the shit in slow motion. Shake that ass and do the shit in slow motion. Better get a bitch with an eye on the price, but